Injured here, 53, Garvus Ice Gate, blue team. We have YZ as a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects for good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Alongside Zeno is an Apothecary support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura, some Imperial fists. And rounding off the blue team, Fulgrim, who's now apparently a Lord General, fights in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, really strong defense and support can also add to this retinue for destroying Firstborn. Red team, we have a bunch of Tyranids. First up, SorroWfuL lived with a Hive Tyrant. We've also got FURAX with the Hive Tyrant. These guys are very durable heroes that walk through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense, disruption and support, beginning in melee combat with a basic synapse. I shall call this guy Santiago with this funky color scheme. And up here we have Xavier. In between them and rounding off the teams is Qwest as another Lord General fighting some Space Marines in the mid right now. Look at this, triple Hormagaunts from SorroWfuL live. Spawn mines to back them up as well. Probably gonna struggle to deal with that fulgrim. Slightly more traditional double termagants for FURAX. And an increasingly angry Warboss sees off this Hive Tyrant. And I think this guy's gonna go down, being chased by sluggers. They be smacking and chasing, these guys be dackering, and down he goes. And now the terrified termagants flee. Space Marines pushing through the mid. Sentinel's taking some damage. Does not have to stomp. And there's that heal from the Apothecary, as you'd expect. A heal can be a game changer. What's going on the east side? Nothing's capped. Well, the VP isn't capped. Pushing all the way through here is FURAX. Sorry, this is SorroWfuL lived with Xavier, the Hive Tyrant. Oh, fellas in the garrison. I wonder where those shots are coming from. Spawn mines. They do get a detonation there. Does some damage over time on these guys. And triple Hormagaunts to munch on them in retreat. They do still get away though. Barely. 3 of them got away. Maybe this Hive Tyrant, Santiago, can get revived. Maybe. Lord General back at base right now. Reinforcing those retinue fellas. Got a warrior brood on the way for SorroWfuL lived. War banner up in the west side. Orks joining their Space Marine allies in the mid. No upgrades yet for the shooter boys. Where's your power gone then? We got burners up. And that's all the power expended so far. Double tactical marines here for Zeno. Very solid ranged based. But you know, jump troops, suppression can shut them down. Warrior brood here for FURAX. Start off as a melee unit with power melee damage and can jump into combat, also provide their own basic synapse in case your Hive Tyrant is too far away. Lots of bolt gun fire on these Hormagaunts here. They're not going to make it in too far. And now a Sentinel trying to help them out. But as Hormagaunts go down, I think they were ordered to cap in the mid or something. They just forgot about them. Spawn mines getting at least one detonation off on these fellas. Hive Tyrant grabs that eastern side. That's Xavier up there. Do we see? We don't see the Hormagaunts replaced quite yet. Sentinel getting repairs. Still doesn't have the stomp for Qwest. What about Fulgrims? Gets the ground pound up now. Double warrior brood for FURAX. Actually something you used to see quite a lot back in some retail days. People used to get double barb strangler warrior broods. And it would be quite painful. Pathogens up here for Qwest. We do see those double warrior broods coming onto the field for FURAX. Space Marines getting too close to lots of angry Xenos. Apothecary with his customized Stormbolter. Maybe they can get through the mid onto the VP now, the red team. Orks need to be careful. They're now fighting 2v1 potentially. Warboss has gone for the bang bang hammer to make these Storm Boys and Sluggers go mental when he hits something. Any levels it on these fellas? Level 2 Apothecary. I guess he's killed a bunch of guardsmen. I see spiky armor on the way now for the Warboss. And it's a Sentinel sent through to get a decap here. And they're grabbing the mid. Holding those contested points for a long time can make a big difference. It really does add up. Are you trying to cap, guys? What's going on here? I'm not sure. We do have a Bioplasma for the Hive Tyrant. Now going for the extended carapace to charge down this heavy weapon squad. Does not get the cap. It's a single cap game right now. 473 to 489. Red team have the cap and the advantage. Blue team, though, are getting their VP back. Picking off on the west side. Barb Strangler Warriors. That instant suppression, I think they missed both of the melee squads though, and that time they hit him. Good stomp there. Orks need to get out of here, I think. Fighting 2v1. Did the sluggers get away? I don't think the sluggers got away. Warrior Brood jumped on them and took them down. Just stayed in that fight way too long, YZ. As soon as you saw the Imperial Guard come in there, should have got away. Warrior Brood for SorroWfuL LivED, still in their default melee state. Help support these double Hormagaunts, I guess. They can get their melee synapse in tier 2. What do we got here? Medical Sergeant in for the Lord General. He's got his grenade launchers. Move, move, move will help him escape melee squads with his army. And is now bashing power pretty effectively. But here comes a flank. It's the other Lord General. Stomp there hits the retinue. Heavy weapon squad now. This could be trouble for fulgrim. Might want to run away. Oh, this guy's moving. If it stayed in place, would have really messed up the Sentinel. It might still do so. Oh, but didn't target the Sentinel. Is it going to get away? No, does not get away. Still gets taken out. Hit by the flank. Did not react quickly enough. Tried to stay and fight it. Should not have tried to stay and fight it. Maybe he was just sticking around to try and get the Sentinel out safely. Boss pole on the way now for the Warboss. He's getting kitted out. And is on the power for a bash. We got sluggers with burners replacing the sluggers we saw go down. Storm Boys be capping 465 to 440. Red team overrunning this east side. They might be able to power bash as well. It's always painful to get bashed just before tier 2. Just before you tier up. We have, yep, melee warriors now for FURAX. And it's a full power bash for the Orks over here. Don't think they're going to get a decap though. Suppression on the Warboss, yep. It's going to be pissed. No war gear for this Hive Tyrant yet. Just leading the line, going to get stuck in. Warboss almost dealt with, but now Storm Boys are in onto the Warrior Brood. They should be going after this Warrior Brood, so they can't fire that Barb Strangler. Hard Boys are on them. Sluggers need to flee. I think they'll be alright. There go the Storm Boys with their power melee weapons. They're going to tear through the heavy armor of these Warrior Brood. There's synapse explosions going off. There's use your choppers now. It's a bit late to use that, I think. Might get a squad wipe. Maybe they wouldn't have got it if those user choppers were not. Are they going to fight a Hive Tyrant now? They are going to fight a Hive Tyrant. This buff gives you more melee damage, also way more melee skill. So you don't get special attacks. I think he's going to be alright, this fella. Level 2 Hive Tyrant now. Meanwhile, east side is all going on. Bunch of dead Vostroyan Firstborn. 436 to 440. Was that a... what was that they just blew up over there? I don't know. Fulgrim's not happy. Apothecary coming to clean up. And should be free to cap that, I think. Imperial Guard coming back to the mid. Trying to stabilize, but they are having trouble on the west side. Dreadnought on the way for Zeno in tier 2. What else we got going on? Nothing else I can see. Ravener Brood for SorroWfuL LivED on the field. Dreadnought, probably going to get an assault cannon, you would think. But SorroWfuL is still rocking a bunch of melee stuff, so you never know. I don't see adrenal glands queued up for the warriors. Do we have melee Raveners? Not yet, at least. Melee Raveners can be vicious with adrenal gland support. Sentinel gets that decap again. Sluggers did not quite level. What about the Storm Boys? No. Warboss is level 2. Boss pole giving more health and suppression immunity. Pretty good. There's that Dreadnought. Starts off as a melee walker. Got that wrist mounted flamer as well. For some burning. Here is FURAX. Has a little bit of space now to cap up the west side, maybe. Adrenal glands queued up for this Warrior Brood here. Hive Tyrant is also capping, kicking off in the mid. Storm Boy is getting in on some poor guardsmen. Sentinel got way too close. Don't think it's going to get away. It does not get away. It's not the kind of fight where you want to send in your Sentinel where you're outnumbered. Was that a las cannon shot? It was a las cannon shot on the Dreadnought. That snaring shots of the las cannon. Big chunks of damage too, but they have survived. Should be able to quite easily get onto this VP here, you would think, and try and steal this power, which is fully populated by the red team. And often you see that. Talking of power, red team are bashing the eastern side. Lots of power bashes, I like it. Here comes FURAX. I don't think you want to take this fight, buddy. You have double termagants and the Hive Tyrant against 2 players. There's full auto on the Hive Tyrant there, trying to get the crushing claws. And now an Emperor's Fist from the Dreadnought. Lost the indicator for the Hive Tyrant, but they do go down. Ogrin's up here now for Qwest. Heavy melee squad, but they don't really want to fight a Dreadnought because of that melee resist and the massive amounts of damage that a Dreadnought pours out. Just got a heal from a medical sergeant, I assume. Yep, from Qwest. Also has the Commissar. There he is. The retinue grows. Blue team defending their position well. They noded up this. They're not going for the VP though. They are now rotating to the west side. Might catch FURAX's things in retreat, which would be nasty. Storm Boys now have their Nob leader. The size of him truly is a knob. Got the Bomber Boys as well. Genestealer brewed up for SorroWfuL LivED. FURAX spots the flank just in time and gets away, maybe without a model loss. The Storm Boys are trying to change that with a jump, and they do get away. Wow. Some plasma guns here for the guardsmen. Are we going to see another jump? There it is. Going for the las cannon. Blue team now marauding around in this big blob of 2 players. Can be hard to deal with that. You need to meet it with 2 players, obviously. Red team are dominating the east side though, but I think SorroWfuL needs to come mid and help out. As a Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant now can shoot that Dreadnought maybe. Where are the Genestealers at? They're right there. Are you going to cap this, fellas? There we go. Stone Guard veterans trying to get a cap. Loading in their Hellfire rounds to shoot light infantry like this. You see the acid effect there. Good Burrow strike, but wasn't a lot to follow it up. Tank busters now for the blue team. Looking very strong in the mid. Apologies for that noise. Something just fell down. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Stormtroopers on the way for Qwest. Looking very strong and now taking back the east side as well. How long can they stay on here? Would be great for them if they had some suppression or something to help hold this. FURAX having trouble getting into this blob as you'd expect. Does have the bonded exoskeleton now, along with those terrifying crushing claws. It's a good creeping barrage there from fulgrim. Excuse me, from Qwest. Ogrin's having trouble staying on their feet. They're fighting sluggers and Storm Boys, doing a decent job, but are also being shot at by about 1,000 things. Only just dropped a model. They're still going. I think the blue team will be forced to retreat. Apothecary trying to revive. Does get the revive, but then goes down. Triple here for the blue team. Can the red team strike back out here? We've got a zone throat for SorroWfuL LivED. We do have that Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood, giving melee synapse to the Hormagaunts and the Genestealers, which are terrifying. Right back onto the east side. What is this? More Tyranids in the mid. They're going to retake their VP. Didn't deal with the Dreadnought though. And now there's a Manticore. Hormagaunts getting on it. On the rear armor. Look at that, doing some work. Doing some work with their regular melee damage. Put it down to half. I don't know if they'll finish it off because they're going to get back into base soon. I hear an assault cannon. There it is. Where's that Manticore? Almost got it, those guys. Almost got it. What level were they? Level 1 Hormagaunts, messing up a Manticore. This was FURAX trying to get on the power. Maybe should have tried capping instead. This wasn't enough to see off the Orks. Level 3 Warboss. Rippers sent in to annoy the Dreadnought. And now a Venom cannon getting shots. Maybe. Trying to. Melter Bomb goes in for the anti-armor storm kits as well. Ravener Brood jump striking. Burrow striking rather. Stern Guard need to be tied up. There we go. They might get the Dreadnought here. Got to keep that Hive Tyrant moving so we can get those shots in. Gene Stealers and the Warrior Brood going after. The Warrior Brood do have heavy melee. But there's some full auto and I think the Dreadnought lives. That was very close. Very close. Good little push there by SorroWfuL. Where was the Zone Throat? Zone Throat's now moving up. Needs to be so careful with Storm Boys around. They will rip it apart so fast. Ogrin's there. Can maybe counter-initiate. The Zone Throat just ran away. Well, floated away when it saw those Storm Boys land. Almost took him out. Almost. And here comes FURAX with a Warrior Brood and some Hormagaunts. They're too deep there. Need to be careful. Ogrins with User Red knocking stuff around. What they go for? They go for the Stern Guard. And then they retreat. A steady push through the mid here by the blue team. Creeping Barrage trying to mess them up. Stern Guard switching back to the Hellfire rounds. Tier 3 for a SorroWfuL Live. Now it's only Qwest in Tier 2. Not sure what YZ is saving up for. I guess a Battle Wagon. You can get pretty much anything else up. Zeno, what do you want, buddy? You've got a lot of resources. Can they defend their VP here? They are getting onto the east side. Look at that. And FURAX's Hive Tyrant, Santiago, is pushing up the west side. There's a Tyrant formation, I think, from FURAX. Looking at their red, we haven't seen any brood nests or anything like that. There's a capillary tower. Can get their VP back quite easily. And maybe sweep through the mid. There's still Orks here though. I think this guy's going to get away okay. Land Raider Edema on the way for Zeno. That's what they wanted. They have enough for a nuke as well. Carney effects for FURAX. Big stompy tier 3 thing's going to start coming out now for the red team. Not for Qwest though. Got level 2 Sluggers, level 2 Storm Boys, so close to level 3. A late Weird Boy here for YZ. It's not a bad choice against all this infantry. They can use it well, that is. Blast Cannon is ready to shoot a Dreadnought if it gets close. The Manticore is ready to strike. Some good blobs here, but they can't see them. Our red team massing in the mid for a big push, maybe. That could play into the Manticore's hands if they do. 323 to 218 on the VPs. Got a tier 3 on the way now for Qwest, and a Knob squad coming out for YZ. With Weird Boy and Warboss support. That can be very vicious. Very, very vicious. Here he is, the Weird Boy. Some good disruption from the Catachans. Can they stop the blue team getting back in though? That was a Bioplasma, I think, from this fella. Knob squad are going to make their way out very shortly, but they're not going to be here for this fight. Assault Cannon Barrage kicks it off. There's a jump onto the Gene Stealers, who now have their Rending Claws for some heavy melee. Yeah, that's a bad fight for the Storm Boys. You shouldn't try to jump onto Gene Stealers in melee. Especially with Adrenal Gland support there. We have a Land Raider though. Everything's retreating back to it. Nope, those Storm Boys didn't. Pushing through now the red team. Look at this. Ogrins maybe trying to get close to that Dreadnought, which no longer has melee resist because of that Assault Cannon. There's that Knob squad. No upgrades on them yet. They're still pretty scary melee dudes though. FE melee, huge choppers. So blue team withstand that push. Thanks in part to this Land Raider giving great support. Oh, FURAX found a Manticore, takes it out with the crushing claws. Now needs to run away. Well done, FURAX. While everyone was watching the mid, Hive Tyrant got all sneaky like. The Assault Cannon Barrage misses. And on the east side, red team pushing. They're starting to maybe outmaneuver the blue team a little bit. Fulgrim is depleted, getting a Bane Blade up though. Zeno just had a Plasma Cannon on the way, but cancelled it. They could get Terminators up, right? Yeah, they could. Swarm Lord for SorroWfuL lived. And the Carnifex with a Barbed Strangler is up. Needs to be very careful of that Knob Squad, of course. Massive fight in the mid now. Very good. Warp Vomit stunned a lot of stuff there. Creeping forward is the Apothecary. They should be trying to take that guy out. It's much easier when you have a bunch of range stuff though, isn't it? There's that Barbed Strangler. Boom. Massive chunks of damage. Bioplasma doing some work there as well. Those tactical marines had to be healed. Red team might need a nuke to get through here. They don't have one quite yet. Another Carnifex on the way for FURAX. And here is the Swarm Lord. Super unit for Tyranids. Very powerful melee combatant. Also provides a speed and reinforcement synapse. It's pretty strong. Blue team edging through though. Shooting up some Ogrins who are just standing there and taking it. They are stunned. And now knocked over. They can soak up a hell of a lot of piercing damage though. Swarm Lord is charging through. Does it have support though? It has some. FURAX could maybe flank inwards. Swarm Lord getting slowed down by something. Not sure what that was. Oh, it's the las cannon over here. Massive engagement in the mid now. 213 to 218. Baneblade joins the fun. Baneblade on the way now for Qwest as well. And Fulgrim has another vehicle. A Lehman Rush dropped in, I think. 205, 218. It's so close on the VPs. Red team with the 2-1. Blue team are slightly forgetting about the east side, I think. Got to get on that contested VP as well, fellas. Maybe they just want to push and get both the naturals. But there's a lot of stuff here. What's the second Carnifex got? It's another Barbed Strangler. This one got very, very low. I think it's going to be alright. To go back to HQ for some health regen. Baneblade way out in front of the army. Generally not where you want to put your Baneblade. Blue team making very minimal effort to go for this VP. We have some Stormtroopers. The Raveners could just tie them up in melee and deal with them. There's a grenade. But a Burrow Strike dodges it. Oh, it didn't dodge it. They got hit underground. 172 to 218. Blue team are sending a Dreadnought up there. He can't cap though, can he? Nothing else going up with it, but I can see. Lehman Russ has an Executioner. Big fight brewing in the mid, as I'd expect. Bunch of dead guardsmen over there. The Dreadnought still up there. Oh, it's got some tactical marine support now. Those guys can cap nice and fast. Blue team are going to get the 2-1, I feel like. And they're not overextended in the mid. They're being cautious, but also kind of smart. Because once they get this, it's now up to the red team to try and split. Don't make it easy for your enemy for allowing them to blob in one place and still be effective. Make them split. Now the blue team have done that by forcing them to try and contest this eastern VP. Here come Gene Stealers. Some Ripper support. Are they going for the Dreadnought? What are they going to do? They're all split up strangely. Very strangely. There's a Swarm Lord, some Warrior Brood. And they are going for the Dreadnought. And with the rending claws, they will make short work of it. But here's some support. It's green. Warboss is level 5 now. 147, 199 is also kicking off in the mid, is it? It is. Baneblade pushing against Baneblade back there. Looks like the red team are going to be dealt with, and the Swarm Lord goes down. Red team pushing mid though. Double Carnifex is here. They need to deal with this Las Cannon. Las Cannon's been dealt with over there. Tank Buster Barrage as a orbital bombardment from Zeno. 147 to 148 is very close, and these are some frantic fighting here. Hit it decently well, Zeno, on the stairs there. And now a rocket run from fulgrim, I think. That was painful. No, I think that was from Qwest, actually. Hit a bunch of blue stuff. Must have been Qwest. 2 to uncap for blue at the end of all that. They're a hell of a fight. Red team now looking their wounds. We have a third Carnifex and a third Barb Strangler. Massive burst damage if there's all hit at once now. Carnifex also for SorroWfuL. Some late sluggers for YZ. Maybe to help with repairs. I'm not sure what that's about. Baneblade is getting repairs. Zone Throbe still around. Hasn't leveled yet. They are feasting their eyes on that Eastern VP at the moment. Stone Guard Veterans level 3 with Vengeance rounds to shoot the vehicle. Baneblade needs to be careful. Where there's a Warboss, there's some knobs. They're being suppressed right now by the Barb Stranglers. Try and hit the Knob Squad, fellas. They're targeting the Storm Boys right now, I think. Now they're targeting the Knobs. There we go. But Frenzy is up. Got some plasma guns as well, and some repairs going in. No more Frenzy. They'll be suppressed. They should be able to deal with them here. Yeah, they have to retreat. But of course, they can retreat back to the Land Raider. It's a massive advantage that the blue team have. But red team are on the eastern side. So Raffina's getting the cap. Well done to Xavier up here. Another Warrior Brood on the way. What's this fella got? He's gone for Thornback on his Carnifex. Don't know if these guys are going to be able to contest this. Gene Stealer's on them. Raffina's got the cap. That's a Manticore strike, is it? It is. That's from fulgrim. Decent hit on those guys. What's going on in the mid? More violence. Catachans taking this opportunity to try and cap the contested power. Some brave fellows over there, level 4. 132 to 118. Nobody can have that decisive engagement yet. Where's that Warrior Brood? Here they are. I guess they wanted to replace their melee synapse to help the Gene Stealers out. Gene Stealers are not in this fight though, which is bad news for these guys. They might have to retreat out. Hive Tyrant is staying here for now, and the Carnifex is fighting some knobs. They do have Tank Buster support, and here comes Space Marines as well. I don't know if this Carnifex is going to get away. Maybe it has its charge still. A lot of damage to the Knob Squad. They have Ard Boys on them now. Global ability of the Warboss. And there's Frenzy. Don't know if the Carnifex is going to get away, but what's going on in the mid? Baneblade on Baneblade violence. Ogryns are chasing. There's a Las Cannon for the Space Marines though. Another Leman Russ dropped in by fulgrim. We also have one from Qwest. I think they're going to get it. I think they're going to get it. 28 hit points, down it goes. Can they get onto that Land Raider now? 110 to 107. What an epic fight in the mid we've had. Triple Barb Strangler Carnifexes now. Trying to shoot some Terminators. Oh, down goes a Leman Russ. I think that was a missile shot that got it. From those tacks. Meanwhile, FURAX having a little push. Puts up that invulnerability. 2 to 1 for blue though. But Gene Stealers are back on the VP probably. Ravener's doing a burrow strat just to get close and start that decap. There we go. But look at this, blue team pushing through. Can a red team hold this VP now? This kind of effect I don't think is going to make it out. Nob squad is on it. Yeah, there's nothing to help it here. Here comes some Imperial Guard now. 110 to 79. So close on VPs. Blue team are trying to decap the mid. Some good disruption there from Catachans. Yep, they defended it. Well done, fellas. And now red team have the 2-1. The play there, I think, for the blue team would have been to go to the east side once you pushed off the red. But it's so tempting to follow through the push and then go for the central VP. Here's another Carnifex for SorroWfuL Live. A Pain Boy for YZ. Whenever you see a Pain Boy come out this late, it means they want that cybernetic surgery stuff going on. Lots of War Banners. Hive Tyrant repurchase there from FURAX. There he is. Terminators have no weapon upgrade yet. We might see Cyclone Missile Launcher to help with all these Carnifexes. Qwest lost all their vehicles. They have tons of resources though. And it's a Lehman Russ. A squad of Kasrkin with their grenade launchers might be helpful to stop caps and stuff. But other than that, they probably won't do a whole lot. Storm Boys with a jump onto the zone throat. These guys level 4. And they take it out. 67 to 79. It's so close. That's a Cyclone Missile barrage, isn't it? Yeah. Manticore Strike going in. Got the Commissar shield there. Tyranno formation. Who was that? I think that's FURAX. Carnifex is dealt with. Blue team looking pretty damn strong now. Looking very strong. Nob squad level 2. Where's that Pain Boy? There he is. With the stronger Git source. You thought Nob squad was scary. What about a Nob squad with surgery and a bunch of health regen? Going after the Carnifex here. Should be okay. Oh, turns to shoot. Get some suppression in there. Why not? Blue team now with a 2-1, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty tough for the red team to get a cap here. FURAX is giving it a go, which is not enough to try and take on a Land Raider. It's not enough. Those guys are just going to die. Double Manticores here now for fulgrim. FURAX is down to 2 Carnifexes. VP's still incredibly close, but I think the blue team have this now. They need to keep more stuff on the east side so it can't get ninja capped. It's only the Warboss there at the moment. Here comes some Stormtroopers all sneaky like. And they can afford to, because if something comes here, they can just retreat back to the Land Raider. It's a pretty quick way of getting back to your VP. Orks are heading east, I think. Warboss almost goes down. Level 8 this guy. He's got his heavy armor up. Up over 2,000 hit points. How are red team getting that cap over there? Blue team should not be letting them do this. Triple Carnifexes for FURAX. Red team finishing this cap. Look at this. Amazing stuff. They're not giving up here. Carnifex trying to get away from a Nob squad. Stormtroopers escape. Did the Paint Boy level up? Not quite. What's going on in the mid? I hear tank shots. One tank just went down. This one's a Vanquisher. 53 to 41. 1-1 cap. Blue team are retaking the east side. They need to be more vigilant over there. Looks like... Yep, Stone Guard take it. 53 to 36. Red team looking depleted, but they put up a hell of a fight here. The Land Raider made a massive difference, as you may expect. Red team just couldn't quite get close to it in big numbers to have a go at taking it on. Made a huge difference for the blue team. Down goes that fella. Blue team could get a decap here. Yeah, I think red team are done for. A lictor on the way for SorroWfuL lived. Revived Hive Tyrant. They are going back to the east side. What's here? Only Terminators. They are decapping. Oh, there's a double. I don't think the red team have time to do anything on the east side. No, there it is. There's the game. Blue team take it. What a running battle in the mid we had. Level 8 Warboss, level 10 Apothecary, level 6 Lord General with those grenade launchers. What happened with Xavier over here? We had improved synapse, bioplasma. Level 8 Lord General, and Santiago was level 5. Tried to make some little plays on the west side, but just didn't have enough stuff to do it, and they couldn't get close. I don't think this Land Raider took any damage really. Oh look, it's taken 1 damage. There you have it. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun one, and I'll see you next time.